compliment I keep on getting, for better or for worse, is that I'm really, really strong, really, really brave, really courageous, really resilient. The strong and the resilient have been a theme for many, many years. And in some sense, I needed to hear those at some point in my life. I'll get into that. But since I'm currently traveling, I'm currently on a year-long sabbatical. I have been traveling nonstop for almost 6.5 months. I'm meeting lots of new people, lots of new faces, making lots of new friends. And the thing I keep on hearing is, which is fair, is you're courageous, you're brave, wow, you're traveling on your own. And as a solo, female, black, petite woman traveling the world, those are very, very fair comments. That said, if this is your first time seeing my face, welcome. If you've been here before, you've seen my face before, and you're back today, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here. I'm talking about softness today and my own experience with it. I hope you connect with it in some way, or you can see another part of your personality in what I'm saying. So let's see. And so as I was saying, I'm getting a whole lot of you're brave, you're courageous, oh, you're strong, you're resilient. And the strong and resilient typically come when I'm starting to get to know someone and like talking about my life or sharing. And I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of tired of hearing that. I'm kind of tired of people sensing strong and resilient. And to be clear, to be fair, being strong, being resilient, being brave, being courageous, they've been good things in my life. They've brought me good. They've brought me here. They've gotten me through a lot of life, a lot of hard things and disappointments and grief and hard circumstances that I've been in. They've in some ways even paid my bills. Just getting through stuff. I'm the person that I can grind it out. I can thrive anywhere you throw me, quite literally. And this 6.5-ish months of traveling has really, really highlighted that. Something I already knew, but now I know. I'm like, wherever I go, I'll be fine. So these things aren't true. These things, I was saying, at a point in my life, was even something that I needed to hear. I'm trying to remember that you're not my therapist, and so I will not talk to you as my therapist. I will keep that in the back of my mind, and I will also try my best not to cry on camera because you're not my therapist. Okay. So when I say that I needed to hear that growing up, when I was younger, a little about me, a little sharing, a little being vulnerable, but a little about me. When I was younger, I was considered to be fragile. I think fragile is a good word to describe it, partly because of the petite thing. I was looking at pictures of myself on vacation on a girls trip that I went on with, who all was there? With, I think that was Dominican Republic. So I think it was about 9 girlfriends. It was a large group of 10. Somehow I was looking at those photos today on my phone and I was so skinny. I'm allowed to say that I'm talking about myself. You're not allowed to say that. But I was so skinny and like way skinnier than I am today, and I was like, whoa, whoa. So because of what I look like, petite, I was always considered to be fragile by my family, and also I think at some point I was a picky eater. This is as a kid, and so even when I started to outgrow that, I was always just considered as more fragile. And whether it's something I agreed with or not, I found it to be something that I began to form I began to try to like counter that. I didn't want to be that, so I wanted to be strong and resilient. I wanted to prove in some ways that I can take care of myself, and so starting to hear the you're strong, you're resilient. I'm talking maybe almost a decade ago, many years ago, was a really, really good thing to hear, because that's something I needed to hear. However, I'm tired of being strong and resilient. I would like some softness. I would like to not have to lead with strength and resilience. I would like, and let's be clear, I think I already acknowledged a little bit how good it's been for my life. I think I'm not saying that I totally want those aspects of my what are they even called, of my personality to fade. I'm just saying I would like to lead with, I would like when someone meets me, I would like them to see other parts of me. I would like them to see that I am fun or I am adventurous, I am positive, I'm curious, I'm so many other things. I'm calm, I'm a lot of other things, but fortunately and unfortunately, it's always strong and resilient. And I want to share this story about just how not to be messed with. I really am. And I've always been not to be messed with. Like, I am something else. So this particular story that I have in my mind is a story of one time, this I think was in 2019. That's coming on 7 years. I think the fall of 2019 or so. When I've always loved coffee shops, they're my thing. And so I went to a coffee shop that day to hang out and to maybe be on my laptop and maybe get some kind of work done, or trying to think what I was doing in 2019. I don't know, but I know I had a purse, like a tote bag type thing with my laptop in it and all my stuff in it. It was like a purse with my everything. And I went to the coffee shop. This is in my home city. I went to a coffee shop, one of my favorites at the time, and I had ordered my drink, whatever it was. I don't actually drink coffee itself, but whatever I ordered that day. And as I was waiting for it to be prepared, I went to find a seat. I found a lovely spot outside. The weather was still good. It was a great day, so I found a place outside. We have there are these terraces where you can sit outside and people will watch, and perfect. I found a spot and I put my purse there, which has everything, my laptop, my car keys, my everything in it, and I go back into the coffee shop to pick up my drink. And in the seconds to a minute, definitely not even a minute, in the seconds it took for me to get into the coffee shop, pick up my drink and come back out, my purse was gone. And I looked left, looked right, and I saw a guy walking down the street. He was already down the street with my purse. And I ran after him. I didn't even think. I ran after him. I grabbed my purse. I typically don't curse on a normal day, but that day I said profanities. I like scolded him. I was like, what the? I said things, and I had snatched my bag before I even said anything, and then I like stomped away. And I remember there were two girls that were walking in the opposite direction towards me, and they were like, oh, are you okay? I was like, yeah, that guy, can you imagine? So at least there were two ladies that I could like say, can you, like, what on earth just happened? And then I walked back to where I was gonna sit and had my evening. But the point being, this is the kind of person I am. I didn't even think, when I told my family and a few friends about this story, they were like, what if he had a knife? What if this? What if this? I didn't even think. I am all about, I was running on justice, adrenaline, and don't mess with me. Like, I was just like, let's right this wrong. And what on earth is good? What the hell is wrong with, like, so that happened, and that is just who I am. Honestly, I like justice. I like things to be right. I like to speak up. I like to advocate for myself. I like to advocate for others. I like to yeah, I'm not the person that would just accept or like cower down and accept whatever is going on. No. I will ask the questions. I will speak up. And so I've always been like a very, like, that story in many ways just encapsulates a little bit of like what I'm talking about. This whole, let's go, let's right this wrong, let's get on top of this. And I used to have these thoughts that if I'm ever like pickpocketed, I traveled quite a bit, quite extensively, but I used to have this thought that if I'm ever pickpocketed, especially in Europe, I would say like the person will have to work for whatever they steal from me, which is not a healthy thought, by the way, because someone can have a knife or a gun. Like, thank God, like, it's not a good thing. I'm just trying to say how crazy my brain works in the aspect of, let's go, let's fix this, let's be strong, let's be resilient, and that's just scenarios, fun games, but in like real other situations in life, like real life happening, real things that I've had to power through, real I mean, embarking on this solo adventure, the adventure of taking a sabbatical, traveling the world, I was just curious. There's a world out there. Why not go see it? You can do it, but what's your excuse? And here I am. Like, I don't think there's anything I can, any situation that I can be thrown in that I wouldn't somehow thrive or figure it out. And so in all of this, I've just been thinking, like, lately, how much, partly because I have the space and the time, and I'm noticing how most people are noticing, oh my gosh, you're strong, you're resilient, you're this, you're this, you're this. I'm kind of like, oh, I would like to be soft. I would like to lead with softness and with, I would like to not always be all that strong and resilient. And so I love the fiery parts of me. I love all the things I just described. However, I would love to be in situations and scenarios and relationships and communities, in environments that make me feel like I can be soft. And so The reason I'm sharing this with you is maybe you can relate, maybe you cannot. In many ways, I didn't really have a choice. I come from a line of strong women. It's partly in my DNA, and maybe you can relate, maybe you cannot. Maybe there's parts of your personality that you would want to change or to work on, or to wish you could lead in different ways. This is just a thing I've been thinking about. I would love to attract and to be in more scenarios, in more places, in more spaces where I feel like I can be soft, where I feel like the strength, the resilience, all those things are there, but they're more in the background, and I can be soft. And that's what I'm desiring, I guess. What I'm thinking of. Yeah, that softness, the whole soft life. I'm tired of being strong. I'm tired of being strong and resilient and all of that. I want to be soft. I want to be taken care of. I want to not have to. And yeah, what about you? What do you think? What do you think about all I've just said? For me, it's just, I think it's more spaces and places and people, and some of that I will probably also have to build, to find, to maybe just mentally realize that sometimes I can relax, I can be soft, I can enjoy being taken care of, etc., etc., etc. Okay, that was a lot about me. I feel like some of this was gonna come out at some point anyway, but that is the topic today. Wanting to be soft. I'm wanting some of that soft life, and I'm happy to be able to like notice and even know, like, kind of therapy myself in many ways. Well, if you like this video, you connect with any part of it, give this video a thumbs up, or share it with someone that you think or share it with someone that you think will connect with it. Follow along if you would like to keep seeing videos. I talk about a whole bunch of things. The best way to see what those are to check out my playlists, where I have different themes of things that I'm covering, and I have been posting videos every day since January 3rd, so there's quite a bit of them. Go back and check them out if you want to, and I will see you again very soon.